Welcome to News. Hello, welcome to News You Need. I'm Lily Burghard, resident journalism major and fashion enthusiast, and this is my lovely guest and co-producer, Annabella Laird.
Hi, I'm Annabella Laird. I am the co-producer here at News You Need. I'm also the Undersecretary of Photography for the Student Government Association at MSA. USM. MSA is where I graduated. I'm still waking up this at noon today. And I'm happy to be here. Usually we have more guests. That's my job. But we had some difficulties this week, so it's just me and Lily having a chat.
Heck yeah. Yeah, our guests were not uninterested on this Friday morning. They wanted to go be in the sun.
Well, one of them was sick, a friend of mine,
Heck yeah.
who should be back next week to fill in that.
Okay, word.
And one of them just isn't here.
What are you gonna do? No, it's a beautiful day outside.
It is a beautiful day outside.
I can't.
I can't even lie. I'm probably about to go read a book or something after this.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well, what's been on your mind this week? What's been the most prevalent thing?
The most prevalent thing, I feel like, me personally, I've kind of been a little bit out of the loop recently, especially starting the semester. I'm like kind of a little bit bombarded with schoolwork, so I have not been as in the loop lately. So do you have anything you want to throw at me we can talk about?
Sure. I definitely have some topics here. The first one was one so I'm in news writing and reporting with Wolverton, and he has us do news story reviews. And so I was looking on Mississippi Today, and I found this one, which was pretty crazy. So Trump put in an executive order to not only end, like, the DEI stuff, but also within national parks, taking away, like, rewriting plaques that are about different things, like racism, gender, the mistreatment of Native Americans.
I think I know where you're about to,
yes,
I think I know what you're about to say. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
so
yes, I did see this.
They removed the visitor brochures from the Medgar and Murray Evers home, National Monument, and they were going to change the brochures to where they do not call Beckwith, Edgar's murderer,
a racist.
Yeah. And also saying they were trying to also get rid of the reference to him laying in a pool of his own blood after being shot.
Really?
Yeah. But then, as of this morning, they returned the brochures.
Okay. Because I feel like, so his murderer, what was his name?
Byron de la Beckwith.
So he was a leader in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
So he was racist.
Yeah. He was racist and incredibly anti-Semitic. He thought that Jewish people were Satanists, and or at least that they communed with Satan, and he believed that white people were the real Israelis in the Bible.
I don't know. But yeah, I feel like as objectively as it can get with calling people racist, he is racist, and I can only think of a few reasons why you'd want to edit that out of the brochure. Especially, it's very disheartening that that's at the Medgar Evers house. Or, like, that's what it is, right? Medgar Evers, it's his house.
Yeah. It tells where he was shot because the guy came to his house and shot him in his driveway.
Yeah. Yep, that is...
It's horrible. And they also mandated that none of the tour guides within the home, when they're explaining it, can call his murderer a racist. When the killing was racially motivated.
It was a racially motivated murder by a Ku Klux Klan member. And so there's only, like, a few reasons I can think of why someone would want to edit that out and make him look not racist. I mean, you get what I mean?
I do.
Like, what would the motivation be besides ultimately trying to make this history look less racist than it actually was?
Yeah, I guess to protect the grandeur of the United States. I mean, that's in the mission statement for getting rid of all this. We get a lot of that.
Yeah.
I know something that's been really heavily on my mind, and I think on everybody's mind, is I talked about it a little bit in last week's episode, is the recent drop of more stuff in the Epstein files.
Yes.
So
I've only seen, like, bits and pieces. I really have not dug into that myself, but if you would like to tell me more.
I don't really feel comfortable talking about it on air. It's
I totally
some of the most disturbing things that I thought for so long were just ridiculous conspiracy theories have turned out to be, at least in part, rather true.
I think, especially where I'm at now, is I'm like, okay, we have all these names, we have all these files. Do something, you know? Like, are we just gonna, like, give the public this knowledge and then just sit on it forever and just, this is just a part of public fact now and we just have to go about our lives. It's not like, do something, you know?
What's really destroying me is that, so they redacted a lot of the files. They redact a lot of the photos. They redact a lot of the names specifically on different emails and things. But the FBI is aware of those names, which are admitting to crimes in emails, and they're not going after these people.
That is just, it's so, I don't even know what to say. It really is. I'm sorry, I really just don't have any words for it.
I don't either. I don't even know what to think.
So you have I don't have any explanation for why no one is doing something.
I don't either. Something that also scares me, I'm always scared of nuclear war. I always have been. I just think it's terrifying. I tried to watch Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
And the first scene is like the nuclear, and so I watched that and I was scared for like 3 weeks. And then just on Thursday, the last nuclear arms control treaty between the United States and Russia has expired. So for the first time since 1972, it leaves both superpowers with no limits on the size or structure of their arsenals. At the moment, both are planning new generations of nuclear weapons and newly evasive means of delivering the deadly warheads.
For the longest time, I've always been of the opinion, people always like go crazy on people with bunkers and like doomsday preppers and stuff like that. But I'm like, when it happens,
they are prepared.
I mean, like, who's gonna be laughing then? I totally get it, for real.
Not me. I would prefer, I think, in the event of an enormous nuclear moment, I think I'd prefer to just die in the initial blast.
Well, I think that depends what we're gonna see. Isabel's like agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like, this is terrible. I'm thinking about like just like a city and not like the end of the world, like Fallout or something like that. I'm like,
I don't know, because in Fallout, when they get nuked and you survive, you become a ghoul, and your face like melts off.
Do you think that's gonna happen in real life? Well, it's not like we even.
Yes, that is gonna happen.
But
most
anyway,
definitely.
United States and Russia.
United States and Russia. Russia is also trying to team up with China to combine their nuclear arsenals.
Where's that?
New York Times. It's in the same article.
Okay. Wow.
And Trump, he's like, I will not agree to another nuclear arms control treaty unless China agrees to it as well. So it's not just going to be between the U.S. and Russia. It's going to also be between the U.S., Russia, and China. And China's like, we have no interest in that. So I don't know.
It's just one of those things, you know. Similarly, kind of talking about like the Epstein files and stuff like that, where, you know, it just feels so like just big and out there, and like, what can we? Is these things do affect us, but we can't affect them in any way. Like,
No.
what power do we really hold compared to all these people
Absolutely
with their
none.
nuclear arms agreements and sex trafficking rings and private islands and stuff like that? And I'm just like a 20-year-old from Mississippi.
And then, of course, all this stuff is because it shows the people that we can have no trust in our government.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has gone pretty much the opposite way and is like completely distrustful, and also just coming up with more conspiracy theories, like compounding on the stuff that's real. So then you get on, say, Instagram or something, and you don't really know what's real, what's AI generated, what's just hearsay, what is nothing. And so it just kind of leaves you nowhere. You get nowhere.
And so, me personally, I, for a long time, have kind of just been of the opinion, this is like not a hot take. I feel like this is a very commonly held opinion by people who are like me, who are like, all of that is almost definitely done on purpose in order to stoke like conflict between people, to keep them from like joining together and realizing the power they do have as a collective to stop the terrible things in the world. Stuff like that. So stuff like conspiracy theories and things like that, although some of them, as we're talking about like Epstein's files and things like that, some of them, there's some crazy stuff out there.
Some crazy stuff that's real. And then you have to filter through what's real,
Yeah.
what people are making up. Then you find a picture of what does appear to be a dead baby on a cutting board. And it's just the most disturbing and horrible, like, mind-wrenching things.
Yeah, I have not.
It's
And I mean, I say I haven't, like, dug into it yet. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably just going to keep...
It's incredibly traumatizing.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to keep with the secondhand information. Because I feel like there's... I don't know if there's much, like, imagery or stories I could be told about that situation that would make me feel any more possibly worse than I already do, you know? I feel like this is probably about as bad as it gets.
I agree. And amidst all the chaos of those situations, we also have the ongoing harsh treatment from ICE to U.S. citizens.
Yes.
And on Capitol Hill, it's a bipartisan issue at this point. Republicans and Democrats alike are asking for the immigration crackdown to be reined in a little bit. And among their requests, which have already been rejected by the Republicans and the majority, were barring federal immigration agents from wearing masks, requiring them to display identification, and requiring them to obtain warrants from judges before entering private property to make arrests. Now, these are just basic things, but people have been... specifically, the majority leader, oh God, I forgot his name. Not good. I know the minority leader is Chuck Schumer. Of course, I know the Democrat. But they were like, that's ridiculous. You guys just want people to come over the border, and you don't care about U.S. citizens. When all they're really asking to do is keep them from wearing masks, require them to display identification, and require them to obtain warrants, which is just a U.S. citizen's legal right.
All things police have to do, first of all.
Exactly.
So kind of putting them above the law in that way. And I've seen, I can't remember when it was, but you can look it up. I think it was J.D. Vance on air said that that ICE has federal immunity when it comes to the court of law, which just gives them free reign to really essentially do whatever they want, which sounds very dramatic, but that kind of is what it is at this point, is that at this point we have multiple lives lost, multiple, is it break? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now on to a PSA.
My bad. We'll follow it up.
Yeah. And we're back. We were just over the break talking again about the disturbing content of the recent drops of the Epstein files. And I'm personally feeling extremely disturbed, so let's move on to some good news.
Ooh.
Okay. Today, in Italy, the Winter Olympics have started. Yay!
Ooh, okay. I don't think I really knew that.
Snowboarding.
Nice.
Ice skating. I don't really know what else they have at the Winter Olympics. Skiing.
Snowball fight.
Stuff in the snow.
Snow angel contest. I don't really know. I'm not an athlete.
I was listening to The Headlines, which is the New York Times podcast that they put out, and the quiz at the end, the headlines quiz, it would play different sounds from the Winter Olympics, and it was like, which sport is this? And I was not good at it.
That is funny.
Skiing?
I feel like I'm among a population that is many in America, or even the world, that just watches the gymnastics Olympics.
Yes,
and that's it.
I love the gymnastics
And then
part.
I don't watch any of the other ones. Although I do like videos I see of Katie Ledecky, the swimmer, who is just, I don't really know the technical terms for it. She's just crazy faster than everyone else. And I like watching those. But yeah, the Winter Olympics, they're in Italy this year. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until this morning when I was looking through different headlines for today. What's another headline that caught my eye recently? Well, I have this good news because I put down 2 pieces of good news, which was
That's
the Winter
so nice.
Olympics.
We need to bring that.
And,
That's good.
From NPR, an Iranian film just got a Sundance Award. So a feature film shot covertly in Iran won a jury award for ensemble cast at this year's Sundance Film Festival. Between war and recent street protests, the filmmakers had many challenges getting The Friends' House is Here finished in time for their premiere. Set just after last summer's Iran-Israel war, the film is a portrait of Tehran's vibrant underground culture. Despite increasing government crackdowns, street concerts, art galleries, avant-garde theater performances, and other after-parties carry on. They are the spaces where artists celebrate, flirt, and discuss life and art. And I just thought, like, that one just really stuck out to me because it felt so important right now to not just focus on the good and ignore the bad, but to live and to love and to engage despite the bad that's happening.
No, yeah, absolutely. So what's the name of that film?
The Friend's House is Here.
The Friend's House is Here. And it won an award at Sundance? Okay.
I got a jury award for ensemble cast.
Covertly filmed in Ireland. That is interesting. So it's a documentary, or no? Is it? There is a narrative.
I think it's kind of a mix. I think it's like real time stuff, but like with a narrative.
That is so interesting. I'll definitely check that out. That does remind me.
Yeah, here's the story, all in Persian, centers on 2 roommates and friends who are part of the scene. Like the actresses who portray them, one performs with an underground theater troupe, and the other makes social media videos of herself dancing in front of historical monuments, something that's illegal under Iranian law.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, that definitely sounds like super fascinating, and I will definitely look into that.
Absolutely.
What I've been doing recently, although not very well, is are we good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Both you and Isabel checked it at the same time.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, oh, we're running out.
I'm just checking.
But I've been trying to watch all the Oscar noms in time for the Oscars coming up. All the Best Picture nominations.
Which ones have you watched? I haven't watched One Battle After Another.
So I've seen Sinners.
Yeah.
I saw that when it came out.
Oh God, it's so good. I saw that one when it came out too.
Oh, shoot, there's another one I've seen. Frankenstein.
Yes.
I saw that.
Okay, wait, let's talk about that. What did you think about Frankenstein?
Oh, I loved it. So I
loved it.
Definitely a big Frankenstein girl. I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Frankenstein as a character. And so I just like seeing her do stuff. So in the book, she doesn't really do just like a ton. So I just always really love seeing her do stuff. I thought Jacob Elordi did great. I kind of like it when Frankenstein is a little less articulate than Jacob Elordi was, like a little less human. But that was kind of my only thing. I really liked it.
I think my biggest frustration was, what is that Family Guy quote? It insisted upon itself.
It insisted upon itself.
Because obviously the entire theme of Frankenstein is that the monster is not really the monster.
I absolutely get what you're getting at. There is a scene
when he is like, "You're the monster.
You're the monster.
You're the monster." I sat there like, "Oh my God."
No, I'm totally with you there. I can't remember if I put that on my letterbox review or not, but I do remember seeing that, and I was like,
okay.
All right.
But the cinematography was insane. The costume design
I am
was
biased
immaculate.
to defend Del Toro.
I love Del Toro.
Him.
Pan's Labyrinth, even The Shape of Water. I love The Shape of Water. I loved it all.
I love Crimson Peak.
I love Crimson Peak as well. I can't believe I didn't just mention that. And the costume design in Crimson Peak is also incredible. Just absolutely incredible.
And then my boyfriend has taken me to see Marty Supreme, but I slept through a lot of it. I didn't really count it as seeing it because I haven't really seen it.
No, I didn't see it either. My whole family went on Christmas Eve to go and see it, and I was like, I can't. I don't want to. I want to go home.
I know. They're having a screening of Sinners on campus tonight at 6.
I saw
For
that.
SMAC, it's free. Just show up.
Sinners is so good, too. I hope that people who haven't seen it before go and take advantage of that, because I bet it'd be so fun in a big room full of people, too.
I think out of the 2 Best Picture nominations I've seen, I like Sinners more.
Yes, I agree.
But there's
Sinners
still 8 more I need to see.
I think that, I don't even know if I agree with that. Sinners should win every category, because costume design was immaculate.
It definitely needs to win soundtrack.
Soundtrack was immaculate, absolutely.
I think that would be the biggest snub if it didn't win soundtrack. That'd be crazy.
That would be insane. What else? What else have I on my list?
What have you stumbled upon?
Did you see Iron Lung? I did not see Iron Lung.
Oh, but everyone I know is like freaking out about Iron Lung.
I haven't even. What is it about?
So you know who it stars, correct?
No.
Markiplier. Do you know who Markiplier is?
Oh, yes, I do know who Markiplier is. Okay, is that the horror movie that he completely made himself?
Yes.
Like, with his budget?
So Markiplier is a very popular gaming YouTuber. I don't really watch him. He mostly does gaming.
He does gaming.
This is a game he played. It's an indie game called Iron Lung, where you're like in a submarine in an ocean of blood, and all takes place in one submarine. And he produced it and made it himself, and it it's gone super successful.
Hey, that's cool.
So I think it's really cool to me as someone who, I don't really know much about this guy, but this is an indie produced film that's made back its budget in the first weekend. It had a wide theatrical release. It's really successful. And I'm always there for that, for sure. I think that's super cool. And everyone I know that has seen it loves it. And I haven't seen it yet, but
I'll have to
I
check
do
it
want
out.
to.
Yeah, no, I heard it was really, really good.
I love horror movies, so I think I'd like it.
No, it's it's exciting also to know. I know he's super successful, but it's just exciting to know that you can, if you get the budget up, you can just produce an amazing piece of film.
For sure, this absolutely just seemed like a passion project. I think the budget was like $10 million. I think so. It wasn't like huge. They built it $3 million. Our audio producer is telling me it's $3 million. They're very knowledgeable about this.
Yeah. What's another one of those headlines? Oh my gosh, I just remembered one that has been sticking out in my head and I've got it pulled up here too, oh goodness, what's her name? Nakima Levy Armstrong, who was protesting in Minnesota, and she was arrested. And when they arrested her, Kristi Noem posted one picture where she's being arrested and she looks very normal. And then the White House doctored the image, used AI.
The AI generated to make her crying.
To make her be crying. Like,
oh my!
It's crazy. Look at the difference between the image.
I've seen this.
Dude.
It's crazy.
No, it's literally insane. And she didn't even find out until she was in jail and she got a call from her husband.
That's terrible.
Oh, I need to show the camera the picture?
Oh,
okay.
No. Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know if they can see.
Yep. No. Clear different.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
There's a creator I like online that I do watch. His name's Hank Green.
Oh, I've seen a few Hank Green videos myself.
And he made a video very recently about the Renee Good shooting. But in it, he said that we are now kind of in an administration that just does not have any regard for truth anymore. And I think this is kind of another example of that.
I agree.
That's just so frustrating. That is just such a blatant lie. It's just a lie. And they can just
say whatever
they can just lie. They can just lie and
in the words
go
of
unchecked.
I don't think I'm getting into heaven.
As Trump saying.
I don't think that's for me.
It's just all this stuff, all this blatant lies, all the Epstein stuff, all the ICE killing people, and it's just like, what
do we do?
What do we do?
I mean, obviously organize, get out into your community, support your communities, mutual aid, fighting for each other, taking care of each other.
I think that really is where we're at now. We've kind of had a long time where we're like, what do? We gotta answer that now.
Yeah, it's like,
all right, this is what we do.
It's time to get out in the streets. It's time probably to delete your Facebook.
Yeah.
Stop letting these people have control over your data, which is much easier said than done.
I think about that a lot recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can just find out so much about me.
Yeah, you could just go online.
You just go and just buy it from somebody. It's crazy.
Yes, you could buy my phone number or something.
I know.
That's disgusting. That shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be allowed.
Okay, I think we're having a break.
Time for a break.
All right.
And we're back. We're picking up with just what do we do now in this age of untruth?
Yep. Well, that does remind me, I know we have a really great program here that the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center does, where you can go through their website and they will do fact checks, and they provide instructions on how to find accurate, reliable information and good sources, things like that. So that's just a quick shout out to a resource you have that's from USM itself. I think that's super cool.
That is a really
in
valuable
regards to
thing have.
truth specifically. I think there is more. There needs to be like tangible action, you know.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah, I was just throwing that out
But
there.
it's definitely helpful in such an age to have a resource where you can go find out the truth, and with this new truth in mind, go out and do what you need to do. And we were talking about this last show, just ideas for what people want to do. I think also there's this sort of paralysis that has everybody right now. I think everybody just doesn't know how to feel. They're throwing so much at us at a time that we're desensitized, which is it's a purposeful tactic to desensitize us so that things can get crazier and crazier. We've been talking about this for a year. I mean, when Trump first came into office and he was throwing this out, you and I were on the show being like, well, it's a purposeful desensitization tactic.
Yes.
So that they can throw out crazier and crazier stuff. And that has absolutely come true in every manner.
Do you mind, can I throw out my advice? Not
Please.
like advice necessarily.
Please. I'm begging for it.
I'm begging for it. The past semester, not this like semester, but the last one, I got more into, I don't know if volunteering's the right word. I would volunteer sometimes with the Hub City Humane Society, but also just like going out and doing stuff the community was doing. So like canned food drives, but also like free music events and other sort of like charity organizations, clothing swaps, stuff like that. I think one thing that we really don't have in America that is really prevalent in a lot of other countries is like an actual sense of like community. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But I think just knowing who we live next to allows us to empathize with them a lot better. And I think that's why we don't know who we really live next to. And that's why it's so easy for people to sort of vilify them. And so when terrible things happen to them, they can turn a blind eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just like, go out there, meet people, help people.
And do what you
especially
can.
in a town like Hattiesburg, that's really easy to find opportunities to do that.
In Hattiesburg, we also have the local punk scene, and
Yes.
if you head to hattiesburg.askapunk.net, you can find all the new shows. I know that there's one specifically coming up, I think in March, that is at the Spectrum Center, which is the local LGBTQ resource center, where they have
a food pantry there now.
a food pantry, a clothing closet for gender-affirming clothes, regular youth groups for you to be able to, and they are doing their due diligence
I love
to
them.
get the community together.
They've done like a Skillshare series recently where you can go and they'll
Yes.
teach you how to like cook and sew and stuff like
And how
that.
to
It's
make
so
costumes. It's
and it's
so
free and it's
cool.
so cool. It's so
And
cool.
it's so helpful.
We love the Spectrum Center.
And we need those practical skills. And
Absolutely.
there's a show being held there where all the funds that they gather from each head is being sent to a specific Palestinian family for aid. Which I think that if every show was like that, that would be just fantastic.
I think
because
that is
then
great.
Not only are we having a good time. Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to throw in, even if you can't pay, they do still accept you.
Yeah, it's pay what you can. It's
You pay what you can. You pay what you can, and they won't turn you away. That's what's really great. That is, but
So it's like not only do we get to organize, have community, and enjoy live music, we're also directly benefiting the causes that we care about. And I think that is more important than anything,
absolutely.
especially at a time like this. And I think that's been all. Thank you, Annabella,
right.
for coming on. I think we're about to wrap up.
Okay, it's been so nice just having a little
It was nice
chit
having a little chat.
chat.
This is refreshing. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Well, thank you to all of our listeners, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Whoop whoop.